Welcome to the Explainer. Look, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to memorize grammar rules. Nope. We're actually building a toolkit. I'm talking about 5 super practical techniques you can start using, like right now, to make everything you write and say sound sharper, clearer, and just way more powerful. So here's what's in our toolkit for today. We're going to tackle comparisons, bigger, better, best. Then we'll get into transforming words with prefixes and suffixes. After that, we'll contrast ideas, take a quick peek into the future, and finally, link the past to what's happening now. Let's dive in. All right, first up, comparisons. This is tool number 1. It's all about the art of describing the world around you, right? And the whole thing, believe it or not, starts with just understanding 2 basic kinds of adjectives. And here's the secret. It's way simpler than you probably think. The entire rule for making comparisons comes down to just one thing. How many syllables are in the word? That's it. You've got your short adjectives over here, 1 or 2 syllables, and then you've got your long ones over there. Just remembering that one little difference is the key to unlocking everything else. Okay, so for those short adjectives, we actually get to change the word itself. It's kind of fun. Take happy, for example. All you do is switch that Y to an I, tack on an ER, and bam, you've just built a comparison. It's a simple little 3-step process, and you're good to go. But what if you want to say something is the absolute best? The top of the top. Well, that's where the superlative comes in. Instead of adding you just add est. So he's not just happier, he's the happiest. It's like taking it to the next level. Now, check this out. With the long adjectives, it gets even easier. Seriously, you don't have to change the word at all. You just put more in front of it for a comparison, or the most to say it's number 1. It's less like word surgery and more like just giving the word a little boost. Okay, but here's a quick heads up. Like with any language, there are always a few rebels. Some of the most common words we use, like good and bad, they play by their own rules. You'd never say gooder, right? You say better. This little chart right here, this is your cheat sheet. Just commit these to memory and you'll be set. All right, tool number 2, let's talk about word transformers. This is where things get really cool, because we're not just describing things anymore, we're actually rebuilding words. It's wild how just a couple of letters can totally flip a word's meaning or even change its entire job in a sentence. So, first up in this category is the prefix. The easiest way to think about it, it's like an opposite button that you stick on the beginning of a word. Its whole purpose is to reverse the meaning. And you can see exactly how this works right here. Prefixes like im, ill, they all pretty much mean not. So polite becomes impolite, or not polite. Legal becomes illegal, not legal. It's a super efficient little trick for making opposites. Okay, so if prefixes work at the front, suffixes, you guessed it, do their magic at the end of the word. But they have a different job. Instead of reversing the meaning, they usually change what the word does. Most of the time, they turn a noun into an adjective, a describing word. And this is a fantastic example. Look at the suffix full. It literally means you're full of something. Helpful means full of help. Careful, full of care. And then you have its opposite, less, which means without. So you can be helpful or helpless, careful or careless. It's the same base word, but the suffix completely changes the story. Okay, so we've got tools to describe things and tools to change words. Now let's grab the tool that connects our ideas together. This part is all about using a few key words to show how things are similar or totally different. Want to show that 2 things are similar? The easiest, most direct tool you have is the word like. It just creates a clear, simple connection, no confusion. And what about the opposite? Well, for that, you can just start your sentence with unlike. When you put it right at the beginning, it's like a big signpost telling everyone, hey, get ready for a difference. Now, if you want to contrast 2 bigger ideas inside the same sentence, whereas is your best friend. It acts like a little bridge right in the middle, connecting the 2 parts and highlighting how they're different. One person is shy, whereas the other is talkative. All right, let's switch gears and add a time machine to our toolkit. Tool number 4 is all about peeking into the future, and you're going to love this because the way we do it is incredibly simple. Seriously, this is the whole thing. The entire formula for the simple future comes down to one little magic word, will. You literally just drop it in between the person and the action, and boom, you're talking about the future. No need to change the verb or anything. And this super simple structure works for everything. For a regular statement, it's just Sarah will become. To say no, you just add not after will. Students will not skip. And if you want to ask a question, just pop will to the very front of the sentence. It's the same few parts, just shuffled around a bit. Okay, on to our fifth and final tool. And this one is one of the most useful tenses in all of English, the present perfect. Its special job is to connect something that happened in the past to right now, showing why it still matters. So how does it work? Think of it like a little two-part engine. First, you need a helper word, have or has. Then you connect that to a special form of the verb called the past participle. When those two parts click together, you create that link between the past and the present. And here's a little pro tip for mastering this one. Keep an eye out for single words. Whenever you see words like just, ever, never, already, or yet, they're like giant flashing signs telling you, hey, use the present perfect here. It makes it so much easier. So when you think about everything we just covered, making comparisons, transforming words, playing with time, it's really important to remember these aren't just a bunch of boring rules. This is your actual toolbox. These are the tools you use to build your ideas and tell your story with real clarity and power. The toolbox is open. You've got 5 new tools ready to go. So there's really only one question left. Which one are you gonna use first?